Hello and welcome to another episode of The Average EV. Today we're taking a road trip back from Chicago to home in Maryland. Let's get into it. So if you haven't already seen it, please be sure to check out the last road trip where I go from Maryland all the way to Chicago using only the built-in navigation of the Volkswagen ID.4. It actually did pretty well. I still wouldn't prefer it, but I think any ID.4 owner, if they can do the little tweaks I talk about using the built-in navigation, will have very little issue. The only caveat is I do wonder about the winter and how it would work for that. But if your rated range is lower, because your consumption is going to be lower in the winter, it should adjust accordingly. So I think it might be okay, but anyways, so let's get into it. We're about to take off. Right now, I'm actually in Evanston, which is just north of Chicago. By the way, I didn't realize how big Chicago was. It's like giant. It took us to get from Evanston all the way to like, I don't even know where we were, but somewhere like downtown, it took like an hour. So yeah, that was interesting. But anyways, we're heading back. This time, I'm not using the built-in navigation. I am, in fact, gonna use a better route planner. If you haven't checked out that video about a better route planner, someone had asked for how to use the OBD and what OBD do you use and all that stuff. So I went ahead and made that video. So check that out. I'm not gonna get into all those details, but here I have the route pulled up for going back home, and it has me, let me actually pull it up on my phone. So a better route planner has me getting home at, says 12 a.m. I don't know if that is Eastern Standard Time or if that's Central, because I'm in Central right now. So it'll be interesting to see if that updates. But it has me going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 charging stops. So charger hopping, and it has me arriving at each charger at about 5%. All of them are 350s, or at least they're supposed to have 350s. So we should pull some max speeds, and we're only charging up to like 50-60% on each. The plan for this trip is to see how efficient it is, and if I can get back home faster than when I came here using the built-in navigation. I know it's not going to be apples for apples because you know, different days, different traffic patterns, all that stuff. But for the most part, we'll see how it goes. All right, we're starting at 67%. I'm gonna go ahead and reset all the trip data here. That's good to go. We're heading out here at 9 o'clock, and we're gonna see how efficient we can be getting back to Maryland. So I had to run back to the hotel because I forgot my suit, but now I've got the suit. I'm for real on the way. So let's just call real start time 9:10, and we'll see how this goes. Why do they still have these? Like, Maryland and a bunch of places on the East Coast just got rid of them, and you either have an easy pass or you pay by plate. I don't really understand why they still have those. It's really outdated. All right, everybody, we finished the first leg here. 110 miles, 2 hours and 11 minutes of driving, 3.2 mile per kilowatt hour consumption, and we arrived with 18% state of charge. In a better route planner, it wants me to charge up to 46%. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, everybody, we're plugged in here at University Park Mall. Full speeds, 177 kilowatts, 18%. We're only charging up to 46, so we won't be here for too long. I'm gonna go grab a coffee. Funny story, there was a Tesla Model X there trying to use the CCS, but they didn't have the right adapter, and I had to explain to them. But what was funny was there's a supercharger on the other side, so I directed them to supercharger, and now they're good. Okay, everybody, we're charged up to 53%. I almost drove away without resetting everything, but I just caught myself. We're gonna reset this trip here. There we go, leave long term, and let's get on the road. So I wanted to recap a couple things. I think I had mentioned the Tesla Model X driver who was trying to charge on a charger and they were unable to. So I just wanted to kind of break that down because it's multi-layered as far as, you know, why I think it's important to talk about. So first off, it was a Model X, which is like a really expensive car. Second, Tesla has built-in navigation with charging stops. So it should have directed them, and in their navigation, when they're looking at it, they should have seen like the red supercharger and say, you know, and it would be like there are chargers available, and then they should have been directed there, which I think is fascinating. Second, they came to Electrify America station, which is fine. I don't really mind if Tesla's charged on Electrify America, although I do think it's silly when there's a supercharger nearby. But they parked at a 150 kilowatt when there was a 350 available. I'm grateful because I used the 350, but their car can charge 250 kilowatts, maybe a touch over that too. And so that's that. So then they were trying to plug the CCS into the Tesla using their J1772 to Tesla adapter. And I was, you know, I was going to plug in, and the lady asked me, she's like, hey, can you help us out? I said, absolutely. And then I saw that they had that adapter and said, well, you know, you can charge on Tesla, you just need a different adapter, and unfortunately that's not the right one, but you're in luck because on the other side of the mall there's a Tesla supercharger, so you can just go there to charge. So they were very grateful and appreciative of my help, and I was very nice to them, and I didn't give them a hard time because that's not who I am. But anyways, I bring this up because it just goes to show, even with like some Tesla drivers, CCS, it doesn't matter who, there's just not enough education going on. And I've seen like videos of people, you know, doing the Tesla handover experience, you know, when you get the car from Tesla and stuff like that, and it's very simple, straightforward, but maybe not enough education included for people who are switching to electric vehicles. So that's why I do what I do. The whole purpose of my channel is to reach out to those drivers who are new EV drivers in particular, and help them in their journey so that they can, you know, easily make the transition to electric vehicles, because I think it's important that we do, for the most part, move most consumer drivers over to electric vehicles, and, you know, leave all the internal combustion engine for tractor trailers and, you know, other equipment that needs that kind of power. Anyways, so that's my little rant about that situation. But if you know someone who's getting an electric vehicle, share my channel, share other channels. Heck, I don't care. I just want people to know what they're doing so that they can feel comfortable driving EVs. But yeah, thanks again for watching, and let's get on with the rest of the show. All right, everybody. One thing I wanted to talk about that I think is important is when you're driving and having to deal with wind. So right now, and I don't know if you can hear, I hope you can, if not, I can attest, the wind noise is really picked up in the car. I can hear it. And what that usually means is you're probably heading into a headwind, meaning you're driving directly into the wind blowing towards you, which ultimately is going to reduce your efficiency. So that's something you need to consider. You can do it a couple of different ways. I think most people could probably just hear it. When you're traveling with the wind, you know, the tailwind, usually it's not as windy sounding out loud, but when you head into the headwind, it's a lot louder and pretty obvious in my opinion. If you can't just do it by ear, there's an app called Windy. I'll put a link down below if you want to check that out. But basically you can find wherever you are on the map, and it literally shows the direction of the wind. And that's what I did, and I just looked and the wind's blowing right towards me. So just kind of confirm the headwind. And what's really nice, I know I talk about a better route planner a lot, I'm sure you all are sick of it, but a better route planner factors in the wind. So when you get whatever state of charge it's saying you're gonna get when you arrive, it's probably pretty accurate based on the wind. And it will change as the wind changes too, which is really nice. So there's my little tidbit about wind and maybe a little trick just in case you weren't sure that was even a thing. But yeah, if you ever have like your efficiency's dropping really fast, it's probably the wind. But seriously, like why do we still have these? All right, we are about to hit the next charging stop here at the Tiffin Service Plaza. We're gonna be rolling up with 4 or 5% stated charge, just the way the ID.4 likes it. We're gonna plug into a 350 kilowatt and see what speeds we get. All right, we've made it with a 5% state of charge upon arrival. This last leg here, 96 miles, 2.8 mile per kilowatt hour consumption, huge headwind, and an hour and 25 minutes of driving. I'm gonna go ahead, plug in and see what speeds we get, hopefully big speed. All right, go ahead and plug in here. There we go. One-handed, always good. And see if the good old EA member tab works. There we go, worked like a charm. And again, I like that tab because then you don't have to figure out what charger in the app and swipe, it just works. All right, everybody, we had a little bit of a production here. This charger, it's the only 350 available that I can use right now. And I plugged it in 3 different times, and each time it had charge start error. The last time it actually looked like it was gonna charge, and then it stopped, which stinks. But whatever, I just plugged into this 150. We're at 5%. I guess I'll get lunch then, because this is gonna take longer than I thought it was gonna take. We're only pulling 112 kilowatts. Let me look though on my phone to see if that's all my car's asking for. The battery might be too hot, because it's rather warm out right now. I think it was like 90 some degrees. Let's see what we got going on here. Connecting. All right, and my car is asking for it. Oh, so it's, I don't know, you all can't really see that, but it's asking for 500 amps. It's only getting 318 amps. Should be able to get 350, so it's better than nothing, but obviously not the most that it should be getting. I'm gonna go grab some food and then get on the way. Okay, everybody, this is the strangest thing. So my vehicle was going along, it was charging, and then all of a sudden it dropped down to 37 kilowatts, which is telltale sign that the cable cooling wasn't working. And then it just picked back up to 118 kilowatts. So maybe it like stopped and then it started again. I guess that's what happened. But I guess that is a negative of having chargers out in the sun uncovered with black cables, sun beating on them, and then they're charging, you know, DC fast charging cars, which heats them up as well. So, whew, that was interesting. So that was a little bit of a mess, that charging stop. First thing, you know, the 350 wasn't working. The other 350 was taken by Bolt that is charging to, Bolt EUV that is charging to 100%, which is really frustrating. They're from California and they're going east, so who knows where they're going, but they're wasting their time. Anyways, that's their prerogative. So I couldn't move to that one, so I plugged into the 150, and the 150 I use was derated, but I just stayed on it and ended up having some issues with the cable cooling for a second, but whatever. And then as I'm driving to this next destination, I was like, I thought there was another EA closer, because the route planner is taking me to one, you know, almost 120 some miles away, and it's like 5 miles off the highway. And Anyways, and there was, so what I should have done was just plug as much as I needed to get to that next charger, and then pulled and done that. Oh well, you live and learn. So that wasn't the most efficient stop, but it really didn't affect me that much because I stayed there as long as a better route planner.
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
Sorry, for as long as a better route planner thought I should stay there. So we're all good. A little blip, but we're back on the road, and hopefully we can kind of make up some lost ground. All right, everybody, we have arrived here with a 4% state of charge, 125 miles driven, 2.8 miles per kilowatt hour, 73 mile per hour average. There it is. All right, we're all plugged in. Here, the tap worked great. And see what charge speeds we get. So we're all plugged in, good to go. I ran to use the restroom real quick. Pulling full speeds, 175, which is incredible. I'm at 20% in 4 minutes. From 4%, cannot complain about that. Over here we got a nice new Nero EV, if anyone's looking at that. Getting good charge speeds over here, 58%, 59 kilowatts. So looking good. All right, so finish up charging here and then get on the road to the next stop. Let me hop in the car and see what it wants us to charge up to. All right, it wants us to charge up to 63%, so we will do just that and then get on our way to Cranberry Township, where we've charged already, which would be awesome. Looks like we're already starting to taper a little bit. And then I forgot to show the trip data. All right, we had long-term, so there it is, 332 miles for the full trip, 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour consumption. There we are. We are done charging here. Charged a little bit more because I was doing a rate your charge. Great charge session. Ripped it the whole time. Unplug, come on. There we go. Whew. Charge up to, I believe, 67%. Let's see what we got here. We got 67%. There it is. All right. So I'm actually going to pop over to Starbucks to grab a drink. We are well on the way. I stopped at the Starbucks and they didn't have what I wanted. So we're going to stop at another one coming up soon at a rest stop. See if they have that. So I don't know if you all care, but I stop and I collect the Starbucks mugs from every state, and now they have cities as well. So I just want to get Ohio part of my collection. So we'll do that real quick, and then we'll get back on the road. Hopefully they have them, and it won't take too much time. Maybe like 2 minutes. They had the mug, everybody. I know you really cared. Now I'm actually gonna stop at the gas station. Right here, so I can clean my windshield. Because it's dirty. Hopefully they have, let me see if they have squeegees. They do have squeegees. There it is, yeah, they have squeegees. All right. All right, everybody, we have made it to Cranberry Township, just outside of Pittsburgh. Let's check the data here. So this is the last trip, 128 miles, 65 mile per hour speed limit average, 2.9 mile per kilowatt hour consumption, and 2-hour drive time. And right now we're at 59%. We're probably gonna pull soon and go, but I'm gonna finish at least one of my sandwiches before we do that. And then what am I looking for? CarPlay. There it is, a better route planner. It is telling us that we should have left a while ago, 56%. So we're good to go. I'm gonna scarf my sandwich down and get going. Okay, charged up more than I needed to. Gonna stop it, unplug, get on the way. Here, let's look real quick. We started at 5%, ended on 71. We only needed 56. So unplug and get on the way home. We have made it. 19% state of charge left. 117 miles. 3.1 miles per kilowatt hour consumption, so a little bit better than the previous legs, and that probably helped our 3.0 miles per kilowatt hour. 9 hours and 27-minute travel time, 577 miles traveled so far, and we are going to charge for the final time and then be home. Let's go get plugged in. We're back here in Bedford. Go ahead and plug in. One hand, always good. We're charging up, maxed out the speeds, 185. Always good to see. It says we need to charge 56%. I might go a little bit more than that because I'm going home and plugging in, and this is free, so I might as well get some free juice. But you all know, of course, I don't love free charging, but I have it, so I might as well take advantage of it. All right, we're charged up to 63%. Here we are, if I haven't already shown that, clearing out the trip. And this is the last leg. Next stop is home, using my home charger. Can't wait. Here we go, last leg. All right, everybody. Basically home at this point, so I'm gonna wrap things up. Great trip. Definitely some more charging issues in the beginning of this trip, but solid in the second half. So that's always good. So lots of good charging speeds. Arrived 5, 6, 7%. So yeah, really pleased with this trip. I'm not sure exactly, I don't remember how long the trip there was, so I will add all those numbers together and I'll put it down here and I'll let you know the comparison. Obviously I think it should be a little bit faster, but I'll have to confirm once I add all the numbers together. But here for now, and I'm almost home, so it will probably change by like a mile maybe, if not less. But 701 miles, 11 hours and 36 minutes of driving, probably like an hour or two of charging, maybe a little more. So probably a total trip of 13 and a half, 14 hours. Like I said, I'll put all that down below so you can see it. But yeah, really good trip. Pleased with it. Was glad I was able to go out to Chicago to support my friend for his wedding. And now I'm home. Done another road trip in the ID.4. Just such a great ride. So smooth, so quiet, so enjoyable. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed this, please remember to give a like and a subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And I will catch you all next time.